It is time for a quick update on GarageCon and an update on the guide to smart comic collecting. We're going to talk about both of those things ahead. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. It is still relatively early here on the East Coast. I was up early, did some work, and I wanted to jump on here real quick to provide you guys with a little bit of an update on two things as I teased just a moment ago. I wanted to let people know that if you have registered for GarageCon, you should have already received an email confirmation along with the address for where GarageCon is being held. If you registered and did not get that message, check your spam folder. If it is not in your spam folder, send me a message at Regie@regiecollects.com. Send me an email to that email address and I will respond back with the information. But everyone that has registered should have received the confirmation already. I saw from yesterday night into this morning a couple of people that did not receive theirs, and so I wanted to make mention of that. Now, if you registered, you should have your invite. I know that there are people that have traveled in and are already local. I know folks that are in the car right now traveling, so I wanted to provide this update, hopefully in a timely manner for people to be able to know where I am. I'm going to show you guys some things that are going to be either sold and or given away at GarageCon as a little bit of a teaser because some folks have asked about that, so I wanted to at least show it. The other big thing that I wanted to talk about is the what is happening with the guide to smart comic collecting. The healthy percentage of the print run is en route to me as we speak, and I am excited to actually get my hands on it. And I will tell you that if you have already ordered a copy of the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting from regiecollects.com, I will be bundling everything up and shipping stuff starting the day after GarageCon, November 21st. And again, this is a question that I've received repeatedly from people, so I wanted to provide some context. The guide has been printed. The guide will be shipped this weekend, but the focus is going to be on the GarageCon event itself. So wanted to offer that up. And then I also wanted to let you know that we have basically sold 94% of the print run. 94% of the print run has already been sold. That does not include what is actually going to be sold at GarageCon itself. So fingers crossed that we will get to the 100% mark, 100% sellout of the first print. And if indeed this does happen, as I mentioned, there are going to be a cascade of other things that are going to occur. So if you have not picked up your copy of the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting, I definitely want to encourage you to pick it up. It is a 70-page print booklet that is the size of a modern annual comic. It is a physical print guide. I will be bagging this stuff up, boarding this stuff, and mailing out all of the copies, all of the pre-orders starting the day after GarageCon. And one of the other big questions is, do we ship international? For the guide, yes, we are going to be shipping to Canada. We're going to be shipping internationally. And so all you have to do is to make your purchase via the website. And when for international orders, true international orders, I will be shipping everything out of FedEx at a 75% discount. You will pay the actual ship amount minus the $7 that you will pay for shipping when you make the actual purchase. We ship something to Sweden. I think it cost the guy $45 or $48 to ship to Sweden. It arrived in about a week's time. So we are going to do that because the goal is to make the guide available to people, collectors that need it. So those are the two major things that I wanted to pass on. I see a couple of people have joined me for the live stream. Thank you guys for showing up. I definitely appreciate that. I need to come. So here's the challenge with this. Here's the challenge with me coming to GarageCon. My garage is here. Maybe I'll just set up in your garage. I lived in Southern Florida, my friend. I lived down there for 2 years. 2 years. I have been there. It is hot down there, my friend. It is hot down there. Do you know that you read Yeah, well, thank you for doing the calculation on that, brother. Thank you. So scrolling through some of the comments here, let me see. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. All right, so let me show you guys some of what's going to be made available at GarageCon. So we typically have a shirt that is like the GarageCon exclusive, if you will. I don't know if we're doing that now, but this is a shirt. It's a distressed tee. That's why it looks that way. Distressed design. This is we call it the Regie former. It is essentially me. It is essentially me as a transformer. That if you look at this thing in my head, you see the similarity. So we have a gray with black writing. We have a dark gray with light gray icon there. And then we have like an Iron Man version, right? So it's like the same thing in like a maroon, because I'm a big fan of red and crimson colors, so that's what that is. And then I'm also going to release this shirt. So that design was actually done by Dennis King. Kingpin Comics on Instagram. He did that design for me. And then we also have this one right here that we're going to make available. This is an updated Gibbon shirt. This was actually done by From Heroes to Icons right there. That is a Gibbon. It actually sits on the left side of the chest of the shirt. The shirts are a blend of materials, extremely soft. I actually love them. It's like one of my favorite shirts, which is why I actually keep making designs on the exact same shirt, because I actually really love it. So, all right. So a couple of things that are going to be made available at GarageCon. This is called Newburn. This is called Newburn. This will not be available. I'm keeping that one. That's a dope cover. This is a Chip Zdarsky book from Skybound. I thought that was pretty cool. I had no clue what that's about, but I will be holding on to that. The folks over at Skybound actually sent me an additional box of materials yesterday. All of these items will be given away at GarageCon. This is Murder Falcon is what that one is. It is a graphic novel, relatively thick one. I have an entire short box full of Image Skybound books that are going to be made available for folks at GarageCon. What does not get given away at GarageCon will make its way back into the community in some way, shape, or form at a later date. So that is 6 sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. So those are just a couple of the things that will be set on the giveaway table. One other thing that someone asked me about was whether there would be any trading at GarageCon. If you have books that you're interested in trading, I would encourage you to bring those books, because there could be people here that actually want to make some magic happen. So feel free, have fun, all that good stuff if you're actually making it out here. Joey Stuntmaster, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. So what we've just recapped here is that we are 94% sold out on the guide to smart comic book collecting. So shout out to everyone that has placed an order. We're going to be releasing 3 t-shirts. No, 4 different t-shirt designs at GarageCon. Technically 2 designs. One of them comes in 3 different colors, and then one just comes in black and white. So some cool stuff. And then I'll show you guys just a couple of the books. I probably should have taken them out of the plastic. I'm kind of lazy that way. These are just a couple of the books that will be available at GarageCon. I have a healthy number of slabs that are going to be made available to people right there. You guys know that cover. That is Dark Knight Returns issue number 1. But then I also have $1 books, $2 books, and then, of course, a bunch of slabs. We have a bunch of high dollar and lower dollar key comics as well that have been kind of separated out based upon price. Those will all be made available to folks at GarageCon. So a ton of really awesome stuff. Oh, that one looks familiar. Ton of awesome stuff that I think will be available for people. And if you don't even want to buy anything, as I mentioned, there's going to be all kinds of giveaways as well for folks that will be in attendance. We have some signed copies of this one. This is the Gung Ho issue number 7. This is one of my variants that was done over the course of this last year or so. This is the most recent. This is Gung Ho Sexy Beast issue number 4. So we have 2 versions of that, the color and then also the black and white. And then I have an entire CGC box of things over here. So in this box, we have things like Batman 366, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 4, the video game cover at a 9.4. We have G.I. Joe issue number 1. We have Daredevil number 1. Not Daredevil number 1. We have Darkhawk number 1. There's also this book right here. Cool book right there. 9.4 of that. So we have a healthy number of slabs, and like I said, a ton of raw books that will be available as well. The big thing, honestly, that I'm looking forward to is hanging out with folks. There are a lot of folks that have registered that I've interacted with online before, but never had an opportunity to meet face to face. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So it should be a really, really cool event. Tina actually sent me a message yesterday wishing me luck on GarageCon. So I have a feeling that things are going to go incredibly well. We may actually have our biggest turnout ever, which I think is really cool. And it's not even about the turnout, to be honest with you. It's more about I'm just looking forward to hanging out with some folks again. So there you go. Let me see. Burke family, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Anthony is in the house. It's good to see you. There is a major difference between these two things because Dark Hawk clearly is the best of the two books. But yeah, we will have some cool books. As I mentioned, both raw and graded. There's a healthy number of DC books, healthy number of Marvel books. I cannot remember if I put onto the table, if you will, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I can't remember if I put those books up there, but there are a lot of Turtle books as well. A couple of Turtle books that we're going to be making available, both raw and graded. Some I want to what else? So a lot of X-Men books will be available, some Batman books. So definitely some cool stuff. All good, my friend. All good. It is that we will hopefully be doing this many more times. So hopefully folks will have an opportunity to come at some point. Vox, it's good to see you, brother. Welcome. So again, for those folks that came in a little late, we just did a quick little update on what's happening with the guide to smart comic collecting. We are 94% sold out of the first print. Definitely pumped about that. And that's before GarageCon. So fingers crossed that GarageCon gets us there. I showed a couple of shirts that are going to be made available at GarageCon. And I will tell you, the shirts will first be made available at GarageCon, and then after that, they will then be posted to the website. I still have a bunch of folding to do. I was actually hoping my younger sister would be here to help me with some of the folding, but I have to fold up a bunch of the shirts. But those are going to be made available at GarageCon and then on the website after that. And the other big thing that I mentioned is that the Guide to Smart Comic Collecting is available for those that are international. So North America, yes, but then also international is on the table as well. So if you guys are interested in your international, make sure Garage Con shirts are exclusive. Yeah. So again, you may have typed that comment box right before I made the statement. The shirts will be made available at Garage Con first and then made available on the website after that. Like the focus, as you guys would imagine, is for GarageCon. I want to make sure that the people that come to GarageCon have a really awesome time. So that's going to be the focus. And then after that, everything else will come. And to that point, Patreon members that show up are actually going to be getting an extra special thing. Patreon members will actually have an opportunity to come inside the house because GarageCon is in the garage and outside. Patreon members will come inside the house through my secret entrance, and they will actually be able to come into the studio. They'll be able to come up here to the studio where they'll be able to see some of the what I have in my O Sugar box. And you guys know what the O Sugar box is. They'll have an opportunity to flip through the O Sugar box. They'll be able to look in my portfolio of original art. And of course, they'll have a tour of the comic book room / studio. So that's a little bit of an added thing that we decided to do for Patreon members to say thank you for their support. I try to, whenever I can, to do something a little extra for Patreon members to say thank you because they do something that is extra that they don't have to do, which is to contribute to the channel. And so my thing is to say thank you whenever I can in a special way. So shout out to all those Patreon members that have been supporting the channel. Some of them have been supporting the channel for years. And so I think that this was a really awesome thank you, at least in my mind. Hopefully they will appreciate it as well. All right. So Mike is saying when and where GarageCon is taking place this weekend, November 20th. You can head over to regiecollects.com. There's a page set up where you can actually read all of the details on the website. All right. With that said, we are going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me ever so briefly this morning. I am starving. I'm going to go have breakfast because I woke up, jumped into my work so I could do this live stream. Now I need to have breakfast and then get myself back to work. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.